Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Workshop. I'm Alex.
And I'm Amy. We're so excited you've joined us today.
Today, we're diving into something that everyone needs to know how to do well: introducing yourself in English. Whether you're meeting someone at a party, starting a new job, or joining an online class, a good self introduction can make all the difference.
Absolutely. And we know this can feel really nerve-wracking for English learners.
Exactly. So, Amy, let's start with the basics. What should people always include when introducing themselves?
Great question. So the core elements are your name, obviously, where you're from, and what you do. But the key is adapting these based on the situation.
Right.
In a casual setting, like at a coffee shop or party, you might say, "Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm from Mexico, and I work in marketing." Super simple and friendly.
That's perfect. And what about in more formal situations?
In formal settings, like a business meeting or job interview, you want to be more detailed and professional. Something like, "Good morning, my name is Sarah Martinez. I'm a marketing specialist with 5 years of experience in digital campaigns, and I'm originally from Guadalajara, Mexico."
That's much more comprehensive. I love how you added the experience and the specific city.
Exactly. Those details help create connection points for conversation.
Now, what are some common phrases our listeners can use to start their introductions? I know many people get stuck on the very first words.
Oh, that's such a good point. So, for casual situations, you can start with "Hi, I'm," or "Hey there, I'm." For more formal settings, try "Hello, my name is," or "Good morning, I'm." And if you're in a group setting, "Hi, everyone, I'm" works really well.
Those are really practical. And what about adding personality to your introduction?
Yes, this is where you can really shine. After the basics, add something interesting about yourself. Maybe a hobby, a fun fact, or what you're passionate about. Like, "In my free time, I love hiking," or "I'm passionate about sustainable cooking," or "I collect vintage postcards."
I love that. Those details make you memorable.
Exactly. And here's a pro tip. Try to end with a question or something that invites conversation, like, "How about you?" or "What brings you here today?"
That's brilliant advice. Now, let's talk about some common mistakes. What do you see English learners struggling with?
Oh, there are a few big ones. First, speaking too fast because they're nervous. Slow down. It's better to speak clearly than quickly.
So true.
Second, they often say too little or too much. Find that sweet spot. Give enough information to be interesting, but don't overwhelm people with your entire life story.
Right, timing is everything.
And third, they forget to show enthusiasm. Even if you're nervous, try to sound interested and friendly. Your tone of voice matters just as much as your words.
That enthusiasm really does come through. What about cultural differences? Are there things people should be aware of when introducing themselves in English speaking countries?
Great question. In many English-speaking cultures, people appreciate directness and confidence, but not arrogance. Make eye contact, smile, and give a firm handshake if appropriate.
Mm hmm.
Also, it's totally okay to mention that English isn't your first language if you want to. Most people are impressed and supportive when they hear you're learning. You might say, "English isn't my first language, so please bear with me," though honestly, many of you speak better English than you think.
Absolutely true. Now, Amy, I think it would be really helpful if you gave our listeners a full example of a self introduction. Can you give us a comprehensive one that they can learn from?
Of course, I'll do this as if I'm introducing myself at a networking event, so it's semi-formal but still friendly. Here we go. Hi everyone, my name is Amy Lind, and I'm delighted to be here today. I'm originally from Vancouver, Canada, but I've been living in Austin, Texas for the past 3 years. I work as a content strategist for a tech startup that focuses on educational apps. What I love most about my job is helping create tools that make learning more accessible and engaging for people around the world. Before I got into tech, I actually taught English as a second language for 5 years, which is where I discovered my passion for helping people communicate more effectively. Outside of work, I'm a bit of a foodie. I love trying new restaurants, and I've recently started taking cooking classes to learn how to make authentic Thai cuisine. I'm also training for my first half marathon, which is both exciting and terrifying. I'm here today because I'm really interested in connecting with other professionals who share my passion for education and technology. I'd love to hear about what projects you're working on and maybe find some opportunities to collaborate. So please come say hi. I'd love to get to know you better. What brings you to this event today?
That was fantastic, Amy. I love how you included your background, your current work, some personal interests, and ended with questions to keep the conversation going. That's exactly the kind of comprehensive introduction our listeners should aim for in professional settings.
Before we wrap up, let's talk about self-introduction online. Because, today many of us work from home. We don't go to parties, we go to Zoom meetings.
The online hello? It feels so different. You're looking at a camera, not a person. It can feel a bit cold.
It does. In person, you can use your whole body to show you're friendly. Online, people only see your head and shoulders. So today, we are also teaching you how to introduce yourself clearly and confidently in a video call.
That's perfect. Let me try. Hi, everyone. I'm Alex, and I'm a graphic designer. I worked on the new brand logo last month, and today I'm here to hear your feedback. It's short, and everyone understands why you're on the call.
Thanks. The key is practice, practice, practice. I'd encourage everyone listening to write out a few different versions: casual, professional, and maybe something in between.
Absolutely. And remember, everyone gets nervous about introductions sometimes, even native speakers. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes.
Exactly. Your introduction is often the first impression you make, so make it count. But don't stress too much about being perfect.
That's great advice, Amy. Now, let's give our listeners some homework. What specific practice exercises would you recommend they do this week?
I love giving homework. Here's what I want everyone to do. First, write out 3 different versions of your introduction: one casual, one professional, and one for academic or formal settings. Second, practice saying them out loud in front of a mirror. This helps with eye contact and natural gestures. And finally, this week, try to use one of your practiced introductions in a real situation. It could be as simple as introducing yourself to a new neighbor or at work.
Okay, that wraps up the episode for today. If you found this episode helpful, please give us a like and subscribe for more English learning tips. We'd also love to hear about your self-introduction experiences in the comments.
Until next time, keep practicing, keep learning, and remember, you've got this. See you in the next episode of the English Workshop.
See you!